Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss second house matters, and this is probably some of my earth sign friends have been waiting for, because the second house in astrology is a lot about money, money, money. But to those who are new to my channel, welcome. To those who are subscribed to my channel, I'm back. We are going to be discussing houses for a while on my channel now, and I have started this series with an introduction to all the 12 houses in astrology and what they mean. Basically, just to give you like a quick overview of what this is all about. Everyone has 12 houses in their natal chart. Their natal chart, the natal chart of a person is like someone's personal horoscope. So that's what you have to look at in order to assess what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, what you can expect from this life, and so on and so forth. I'm going to leave a link in the description down below where you can put in your date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth, and generate your natal birth chart for free. So moving on to the second house. What is the second house all about? So in astrology, the second house is ruled by Taurus. It's a very materialistic house. It's called the house of earned income. So it's the house of the money that you make. It has to do with values, but with values that you can move around. So cash, you can move around quite easily. The second house does not govern, for instance, homes, real estate, immovable property. I think that's a word. I'm hoping that's a word. So your second house basically rules in your chart and in everyone's chart your relationship to money, your relationship to material resources in general, and your relationship with values, what you value in life, the way you value yourself, and what other people value in you. Today we are going to discuss planets placed in the second house, because planets in astrology channel a great deal of energy, and planets in the second house can tell us a lot about how you make money, how you're going to make money in this lifetime, what you value in yourself, what you find, what gives you stability, the material things in life that keep you grounded, I would say. So without further ado, let us start with the one that shines the brightest, the planet of all planets, the sun. So what does it mean if you've got your sun in your second house? In general, people who've got the sun placed here have their ego very much tied with how much money they make. So in order for them to to satisfy their ego, to feel as if they're on the right path, to basically fulfill their ego's aspirations, they have to make a lot of money. The more money that they make, the more their confidence grows. The sun in general in someone's natal chart describes an area where the individual shines. So if you've got your sun in your second house, then it means you want to shine through your relationship with material assets, through how good you are at making money, and all these other aspects. I would say in order to feel as if you're doing well in life, you do need material confirmation. So you do need to have something that you can touch that's materially yours and say, I've worked for this, I've earned this, and that's what gives me satisfaction in life. Now, if you've got your moon in your second house, second house moon people can make money out of any sort of activity that involves nurturing others, protecting others, taking care of other people, because the moon in astrology is the planet of parenthood, of motherhood, of nurture and protection. People with their moon in the second house in general have a very emotional attachment to money. It's as if they need money in their life in order to feel emotionally fulfilled. And if they don't have it, they can panic, they can freak out. I mean, we can all panic and freak out if we don't have money, but it's all much more emphasized to moon in the second house people, I would say. Their relationship with money tends to have ebbs and flows, and money in their life can go through like all these moods, ebbs and flows, again, the moon. But in general, you guys, moon in the second house people, have an instinctual capacity to make money and bring prosperity in your life. There you go. If you've got Mercury in your second house, oh my days. Well, if you're not working in sales, you should consider it. So, Mercury is the planet of salesmen, of salespeople. It's also the planet of communication and learning. So you can make money in this lifetime by either being in a sales-focused environment, or through the gift of gab, or through the gift of communication that you have been endowed with. You might be very good at writing, at communicating things, at expressing things, and these qualities are fantastic at helping you make money and earn a living in this lifetime. And this is something that other people might value in you, and this is something that you might be very proud of yourself. If you've got Venus in the second house, this is the classic placement for people who like to spend a lot of money on luxuries, on clothes, on jewelry, on living the good life. So Venus in the second house people make money in order to beautify their lives, in order to lead a more luxurious life, in order to satisfy their senses. You guys, Venus in the second house people, can make money out of anything that has to do with the beauty industry, anything that has to do with arts, because these areas are all Venus dominated. And I would have to say you're probably a little bit more lucky than other people when it comes to attracting money in your life, because Venus is a planet of prosperity along with Jupiter. So if you've got Venus in your second house, I will say this: you probably enjoy making money, and money enjoys coming your way, if that's even possible. Mars in your second house, oh my days. So you guys are very, very impatient people when it comes to making money and earning a living, and you are probably you're very likely to spend a lot, but also put a great deal of energy into making money, into earning a living. You could make a living, and you could earn income from any sort of activity that has to do with heat, with sharp tools. So all these activities that are dominated by Mars. So if you've got Jupiter in your second house, guys, you can consider yourself lucky. In this lifetime, no matter what hardships you go through, no matter your relationship with money, no matter what happens in your life, money will still find a way to come to you. Even in the toughest situations, even when you feel like there's nothing that could come out of the blue, only a miracle could save you from this financial ordeal, money will find a way to you. Jupiter is the planet that brings good luck, so wherever it's placed in someone's natal chart, it's going to bring good luck your way. So I would say, guys, if you've got Jupiter in your second house, be happy and enjoy it, but don't throw money out the window, because Jupiter can also be very, very wasteful. And because you're very optimistic when it comes to money, and you know money will find its way to you, you might have a tendency to be too generous, #wasteful, with your money. In terms of what you value and what you might spend your money on, I would say education and travel, 100%. These are things that you can spend your money on in this lifetime, because these are the things that you might value the most. Very Jupiterian activities, I would say. If you've got Saturn in the second house, oh my days, you might say, oh my gosh, I've got the great malefic in the second house. Does that mean I'm going to be poor throughout my entire lifetime? No, actually, it doesn't mean that at all. People with Saturn in the second house tend to have this fear of poverty, even though they might never have experienced poverty at all in their life. In the past, a father figure, a paternal figure might have wasted the family's money, and that's why people with this placement might be scared of poverty. But I will have to say this: in this lifetime, you are very likely to have a great deal of resources, and do quite well financially. And you will be in control of your finances. You will be responsible for, you might be responsible for a lot of money. That might put a lot of pressure on you, but you enjoy taking control of financial matters in general. I would say this is a classic placement of someone who is leading a company or who is leading a family business, and they are the ones responsible for the financial success of the business. So, guys, chill, relax. It's all gonna be all right. You're not gonna be poor, even though you've got Saturn in your second house of money. If you've got Uranus in your second house of money, oh my days, Uranus is the planet of all things unpredictable. So this is a classic placement. I don't know if I can use the word classic when it comes to Uranus, because nothing is classic about it. This is a placement that can indicate a story from rags to riches. Genuinely, this can bring a windfall your way. Uranus in your second house can literally mean that you're gonna like strike gold in one way or another. In any case, in terms of the areas, the activities that you can get involved in to make money, I would say anything that's got to do with technology, anything that's got to do with progress, innovation, that's where you feel at home, that's where you feel at ease. And yeah, just enjoy it. I mean, when you become famous and when you are acknowledged for the genius that you are in terms of your relationship with finances, you heard it here first. Last but not least, Pluto. What happens if you've got Pluto in your second house of earned income? So first of all, you can make money from anything that's got to do with investigation, anything that has to do with digging. I would say even mining is a potential area in which you could work and make money out of. So you could either be like involved in a detective sort of work, or psychology or psychology per se. So I would say if you are in any of these areas, you're on the right track. With Pluto in your second house, you might have this like compulsive tendency, because Pluto is the planet of compulsion, to either spend money or to save money and bury it deep under your mattress. I don't know, either one or the other, but your relationship with money might be quite compulsive. So be careful not to get too attached, because at the end of the day, it's just money. So guys, if you have any more questions, money related, or if you would like me to interpret your natal chart and look at all your houses and their rulers and planets and what they mean for you, what they basically bring in your life, drop me a line. I've left my email in the description box down below. Please don't forget to comment and subscribe if you haven't, and I shall see you later. Bye!